Hello, I am Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot, and we are going to take a look at the energy for Geminis today. And this was the card that popped out when I was just shuffling. It is the Five of Pentacles. So the energy of your person today is in this recovery phase, from feeling lack, from feeling like not enough. This is bereft of spirit, impoverished financially. But I also think it's really about them feeling like they have not given you enough. So let's get into it. Yes, I think that there was a lot of passion here, and maybe spontaneity, but not a lot of consistency. So there was hot and cold energy, and they know that that has really not been enough to truly sustain this relationship. And may have actually caused you to be fairly guarded with them and to have pretty, maybe even harsh words or hard boundaries. So because you have experienced a whole lot of nothing, you're not very warm or inviting at this time, but you are very understanding, and they might not necessarily be as aware of that. So you've been really working hard on something and devoted to something, and they have really wanted to break the silence or break the ice and communicate with you. It's because you're so capable of being devoted to something, to really putting your all into something, that they want to talk to you, because they know that you would put this much love and time and energy and care into the connection with them. So there is an element here of understanding that, the same level of devotion you're putting into your work or into some project or hobby or whatever, they do know that were they to break the ice and actually communicate, they do feel that you would step up and give them this level of devotion. And I do think that they know that they would have to come at you with the same. So the Six of Cups is coming out, so this could be a past connection, or this could just be about the past in general and about them releasing fears of the past. So I think maybe they didn't like to be tied down, or there is a feeling of being tied down in past commitments, and we're just getting a little insight here into what may have kept them from giving you more, because they were afraid that they would get kind of stuck in having to do or be a certain way with you, which is kind of unfair. But they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to bring you any more pain or any more reasons to continue being in like a dark place, or sad or depressed, or hurting or wounded. They don't want to continue being in separation from you. They actually want to do something. They want to make some kind of a choice or decision to heal these wounds. And so there is this indication that they may step up and bring some kind of a small material gesture. This could be a gift. The holidays are coming up. Or it could just be like the hands are open. So just this openness to like actually give you some kind of a material communication. Something that you can hold on to, though, not just something that's going to disappear. So it's not going to be like a story on Instagram or a Snapchat thing. It's going to be something that has lasting value. Because they do feel a lot of love here, but it's immature. We've got Page of Pentacles and Page of Cups, so there isn't a level of immaturity here. There is a reluctance to offer an apology. I don't think this is somebody who likes to admit when they're wrong, even though they do know they are. I feel like they might just want to avoid that and just kind of focus on maybe like what feels good in the moment, rather than kind of going into this and really digging it up and finding out what was going on. Okay, so one of the reasons that you also have been really guarded with them is because you feel like they have kept you waiting or suspended or hanging in some way. They can see this. They've had a chance to kind of gather the way that you feel. Maybe you are making them kind of wait for communication or something now, or but there's this shift in their perspective, so they can kind of see things from your perspective. They can see how they were immature. They can see how not wanting to admit that they were wrong in some way, or that they were inconsistent or hot and cold with you has really caused an issue. They know that things have moved too slowly and that they kind of breadcrumbed you to try to keep you interested. And there is an acknowledgement that that has really hurt the connection, hurt your feelings, and they don't feel good about it. They do want to correct that. They may be a perfectionist. It might be why they are taking so long to do the thing. Okay, we've got, wow, okay, so we've got the Four of Wands. So there is this desire here to reunite and celebrate and have, you know, a commitment, a long-term commitment. The Justice card came out, so there is even, you know, an indication of marriage there, really wanting to do that. And I'm seeing them thinking about it. Like, they're being like, wow, could I really do this? They're like shifting their self-concept. Like, I'm not afraid, because this is falling right under the fear of commitment thing. Like, I'm not afraid anymore. Like, I could actually see myself doing this, coming into some kind of a long-term commitment. What's the last piece of advice from the tarot for this connection? Or actually, let's get a little bit more. Okay, so there is something about being stuck in their mind on this idea of their hands being tied. So there is something that they're thinking that is making it difficult for them to end this separation with you, but it does look like that time of thinking this way is coming to an end. Like, there's a completion, because we have the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So we have the Alpha and the Omega. It's like they've made this whole journey in their mind. They've realized that it was their own thinking that was keeping them stuck, and they're ready to shift that, because they don't want to, like, they don't want this connection to just die or pass away. Any last advice for how you should handle this energy? How should my viewer handle this energy? Okay, don't block your happiness right now by thinking that this might be too good to be true. Hold on to the enlightenment you've experienced during this journey, which is something that you've experienced by going within yourself. But the same kind of thinking that kept them stuck, that thinking, that this overprotective energy that you might have, like being like, this is, you know, I'm going to get burned here. Let that go. Don't let that be, like, informing how you think about the situation with them, because that's going to kind of keep this in that Hanged Man energy, and you want to move it forward. And then let me get you an oracle card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. This is a gorgeous stack. To be fair, this is actually the same card that came out for the Taurus reading. Let's see. To be fair, it's number 38. So the essential meanings are balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving to letting go to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. The relationship message is, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. So, I hope that helps you this week, and I will see you next week. Take care.